Hey everyone, welcome back to CryptoCache. Thank you so much for joining me here. Let's go ahead and take a quick look again here at Bitcoin, see what's going on. It's doing very, very well, of course. We broke through that most recent high, that 71,270, basically 71.3, and that might potentially be our new low here. We got to recognize too, though, there is a bit of an overextension occurring here. Pullback might make sense here, potentially to the most recent fib level, that 0.786, about 70,200. That would seem sensible for a pullback if we get one. Just kind of throwing it out there, just so you're prepared. We always want to expect the worst and hope for the best, right? When it comes to Bitcoin, especially. So, all right. So if you're new to the channel, thanks again. Hit the like button, comment below if you get a chance. I greatly appreciate that. And obviously, join us over with our Trading Academy Commuting and Signals group. Took some nice healthy profits yesterday with, what was it, Caspa, 100% in 1 month. Well, 1 month and 13 days, but honestly, after a month, it doesn't really matter. It's just extra padding in the bank there. So good stuff there. Congrats again to our community members. We took a lot of long positions yesterday too that are all in profit so far. So I'm hoping that we get a little bit of stability there and Bitcoin dominance pulls back a little bit. We're going to talk about that here as well. When we take a look at Bitcoin liquidation levels, all the majority of the liquidation levels that are here in the last 7 days have been swept. Okay. So it does imply there might be a potential pullback. I'm not proposing we're going to see 67,000 again, but that is still a possibility. We want to kind of be mindful of that. But once more, not the case based on these timeframes here. Again, based on mostly just the fact we have tons of volume and really good price action, there's no reason to expect that lower price to get swept. We do still have a ton of liquidation above the price action right now, and that seems more sensible because 72 to 75,000, even upwards of 76,000, we got some heavy liquidation levels here. Okay, those are either high leverage shorts or low leverage shorts. It's just spread out all the way throughout. Okay. And I get it. I can see why people are trying to short here. It makes sense. Bitcoin has pulled back notoriously well when it gets too close to this range. So again, totally get it. Let's quickly look though at the daily and kind of see where we're at. If you saw my analysis from yesterday, probably nothing has changed much considering we're still in the same candle and we're still above the 20-day SMA and all moving averages, honoring the ascending trend line, stochastic swinging up, money flow index high, trailing behind slightly of the RSI, which is just fine. And the same thing here with MACD. So really, there's nothing to touch on for the daily time frame. It's pretty dang good. No other way around it. When we take a look at the 4-hour time frame, we can recognize that, of course, we're kind of topping out here at 70 on the RSI. We're a little bit above, and until we break down below, we can propose, or presume rather, the price is going to stay and maintain in this range. If it does break below 70, it doesn't mean it's going to just shoot straight down. It's an area in which you want to consider taking or securing profits if you haven't yet already. That's generally the consensus. At least that's how I view it personally. Stochastic swing down for the second time. There's a solid chance we could see a pullback here soon. If we do, again, I don't think it'll be super dramatic, but we have been running pretty strong since Sunday. Okay, so again, Sunday morning till Wednesday, here we are, and we can see the price action hasn't slowed down at all. So 4-hour time frame still looks very strong. We're above all moving averages. There's no reason to consider shorting. And at this point, we take a look at the hourly. It's probably going to be a very similar scenario, which it is. We can see Ichimoku Cloud letting us know there's no reason to consider closing your long position just yet. And of course, we can see the conversion line above the baseline. Lagging span's good. And most of all here, we got the cloud kind of consolidating at the most recent resistance and or support, 70,100, 70,200, right in that range. Okay? So all good things here. There's literally no reason to consider shorting. And I know people are probably wondering like, well, isn't there a point in which I should? I guess, maybe, but not really. Not when most coins, including especially Bitcoin, is exuding a lot of strength. When we look at the volume too, volume has stayed pretty high, fairly consistently throughout this entire week. Okay. So when there was high volume, it's going to take a lot of selling pressure to get the price action back down. Me personally, thinking out loud here, with all this liquidation just above the price, makes no sense for it to pull back just yet. Again, that's just me personally hoping that we get some all-time highs. And again, I know hope isn't really belong in trading, and that's not how you trade. But it is okay to have that kind of in the back of your mind every once in a while, and to just not let that control your trading. Of course, trade on good numbers, good stuff here. And at this point, we're honoring a lot of good little trends here, and we're still doing well. Okay, so again, until we break through some of these ascending trend lines, there's really no reason to consider taking a short. So me personally, I try not to short very often. If you saw my stats from last month, while we didn't have a ton of trades, only 2 of them were short versus majority of them were all longs. Okay, so again, just some things to kind of think about there. But generally speaking, when there's a bullish uptrend in the bullish market, shorting is just inherently more risky. It makes no sense. You're going against the grain. Right now, we need to wait and see kind of how Bitcoin continues to perform. I'm speculating we're going to see the price action continue further up, but it would also make sense for a retest this 70,000 before it legs up again. And we can cover Elliott Wave here a little bit later. In fact, I'll go ahead and update that just for the time's sake here to kind of put that on our playout chart here on Twitter, Telegram, Discord. If you're not familiar, I do have these kind of playout charts here. This is the playout chart from yesterday. We can see holding very strong. We've since broken that 71,300 mark. So again, awesome stuff. Check that out. I have a Twitter, Telegram, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, all sorts of fun stuff. So check it out. Pick whatever works best for you. I do appreciate your support nonetheless. Thank you so much for watching. We'll hope you all have a great rest of your day. We'll see you next one. Take care.